and welcome back to Faith and Flower. If you're new, my name is Robin, and I know that Marie Kondo and the KonMari method are super popular right now, but I want to talk to you guys about another book, The Minimalist Home, and it is by Joshua Becker, a room-by-room guide to a decluttered, refocused life. Joshua Becker is also the author of The More of Less, and he's pretty well known in the minimalism community. I really like the way he details in his book a method for going room by room to declutter. Each of us can become a minimalist in the way that functions for our life and for our family and for the best way for our home to function. My goal is to just create a calm and peaceful place for myself and my family to enjoy. So he suggests that you start off in your main living spaces. And so I have decluttered our living room, and it really just took a few minutes. The idea behind starting in a place that's easy is to give you momentum to keep going. So you will feel rewarded as you get one space fully accomplished, and you will be propelled to go on to the next area. You will be highly motivated, and you'll be ready to tackle the other areas of your home that maybe are not so easy. Before I actually start decluttering our living room, I'm going to do a quick tidy up. I think that this will help me see more clearly the things that can be removed from the room, either to be relocated somewhere else in the house, or things that we're not using anymore that aren't adding value to the space that we can remove from our home. The first thing that I wanted to do was remove everything from the shelf underneath our coffee table. I'm going to take these games upstairs because that's where we store the rest of our games and where we're more likely to play them. Some of these books belong to my son and will go up to his room, and the rest of the ones that we are going to keep, I'm just going to relocate to a closed bookshelf that we have in this room. These things were creating both visual clutter and clutter that made it more difficult for me to do our weekly cleaning. Our puppy Austin brings in so much more dirt and dust, and now that he's starting to shed, having these books right at his level is just not ideal. So I'm having to clean each one of them before I put them away, and this is helping me go through them too and decide which ones we should keep and which ones we should donate. So many of the things that I find when I'm decluttering are things that we want to keep, they just don't belong in this space, like this iPad, which belongs in my husband's nightstand, and these books that belong in my son's room. I'm planning to relocate the books that we had under the coffee table into this bookshelf, and right now it contains all of our photo albums. With a little rearranging, there's plenty of room for the books, but it will be a future project for me to move all of the pictures into digital form. I'm planning on either borrowing or getting a scanner so that I can do this efficiently, and right now we don't have that, so it will have to wait. Now this bookcase can be the area in our living room that contains all of the photo albums, books, and even art pieces that are special to our family. And one more minor adjustment to make sure that this picture of where we were married can be seen. Another reason why I love storing all of our things in here is that they are protected from all of the dust and the shedding. Even even though we stopped buying magazines a long time ago, we still managed to collect here a lot of magazines that come free in the mail, any flyers or catalogs, that sort of thing. So I'm going to remove those now, and I'm going to make a little more effort in the future of putting these things in the recycling bin as soon as they enter our home from the mailbox. I have decided to remove this fireplace screen. I have been wanting to do this for a while, and I am loving it. It is a little easier to clean now because I do not have to remove it from the hearth. Plus, we have a built-in screen, so if we ever decide to have a fire, we do live in Texas, so it does not happen often. It is not needed, and so I am really happy to remove this from the space. We have also stopped using scented candles in our home, and they have not been used in a while. They're just creating clutter, and they are going to be removed as well. I don't want our tabletops to be completely bare, but I do want to remove anything that isn't necessary and that is just creating clutter, so these books are going to join the others in the bookshelf. This console table that sits behind our couch is sort of a catch-all for things that I never know what to do with. And so I think almost everything in here is going to be removed. We've got some coasters that we don't really use anymore. I do like the M ones and we'll keep those, but there's a box of shells, an old clock that doesn't work anymore, a bunch of old Christmas cards, and I usually do like to keep the set that came this past Christmas, but the ones from the previous 2 or 3 Christmases can definitely go. And there's a couple things like letters that my kids wrote that I'm hanging on to, but those are about the only things that are going to go back in here. This is exactly the types of things that I really want to rid our home of. And even though they were put away and not creating visual clutter, I was really just deferring the decision to get rid of them, and it's time to do that today. To me, minimizing doesn't mean getting rid of every single thing off of the surfaces in your home, but cutting them down can really help. Already everything looks a lot cleaner with less visual clutter, and cleaning is so much easier with less things on our surfaces. In fact, this bookcase has the most things, and maybe I will pare down a few more of those, but right now they are things that bring me a lot of joy and I like having out to see every day. On this console table is where my husband likes to deposit his keys and wallets when he comes and goes, and it works for him, so I'm fine with that. The little bit of decor that I do have out, I really enjoy, so I want to keep those things, but we do have a few other things on this table that I am thinking I need to find a new home for. I'm sure that I will probably do another round of decluttering at some point in the future, but I feel like this was a really good start. And I am loving having the screen removed from the fireplace and having the coffee table really cleared of all decor, the side table for the most part as well. These surfaces are so easy to clean now. My cleaning time, I feel, has been cut almost in half as far as dusting goes, and I am just enjoying the clean feel of the space without the extra visual clutter. Right now I am sitting in our media room, and that's another space that we use often, and it's a common area for our family. So that is what I'm going to be decluttering next. So make sure you guys are watching for that video if you enjoyed this one. If you did enjoy it, make sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. It's absolutely free, and if you hit the notification bell, you'll be informed each time I upload a new video and you won't miss out on anything. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you have a great week. Happy decluttering, and I'll see you in the next one.